Hi, everybody. This is Emily Yael from lawofallowing.com and cacaoceremonyny.com. And today I want to share with you and give you some tools and tips for manifesting abundance and attracting your soulmate. So I'm going to share with you a couple of stories from my life on ways that we attracted incredible abundance and also how I manifested my soulmate, my husband of now 11 years, and also going to share with you information about two programs that we are offering. First is a manifesting journey program, manifesting abundance journey program. That's a 30-day program, and the other is an attracting your soulmate program. That's a 4-week program. But first, let me talk to you a little bit about my story. Uh, 13 years ago, a little over 13 years ago, I did a manifesting abundance program with Christy Whitman. Amazing, beautiful teacher, absolutely incredible. And it was a 4-week program, and our program is actually an extension of that, taking it a few steps further. And it was really wonderful because the tips and tools and information that I learned about law of allowing really set me up for what happened next. So in that program, what I'd wanted to manifest was my soulmate. And I'd also wanted to manifest success with my music career, but I was concentrating on one thing, and I decided on my soulmate. So when she finished the Manifesting Abundance program, it happened to turn out that she was following that up with an Attracting Your Soulmate program, which is very much what our program is based on. And I just like, well, hey, this is just fate because this is what I wanted to attract. So I went right into that program. And it was a 4-week meditation series where we got to really meet with our soulmate on the soul plane. Was working on limiting beliefs and releasing those and really getting clarity on what we wanted. And a week after we finished that program, the wheels went into motion for me meeting my husband in the most unforeseen circumstances that you just cannot pass up to coincidence. So I was living in Los Angeles at the time, and my family was back here in New York and New Jersey. So I called up my father the week after I finished the 4-week Attracting Your Soulmate program, and I told him I wanted to come home mid-July. And this was in 2 weeks. And he said, no, you have to come home the end of July. There's a family wedding. This whole thing went back and forth for 10 minutes, and I finally acquiesced. Okay, I'll come home the end of July. So then I call my mother up, who's living in New Jersey, and I'm like, Mom, I'm going to be coming home the end of July. And she says, oh, that's wonderful. And my mother's an artist. And she says, hey, when you come back, will you go up to Vermont with me, because there's a gallery up in Vermont that wants to carry my artwork. And I was quite surprised at this because my mother doesn't really promote her artwork or advertise. She had a little website, but so do a million other artists, and I know this because I'm also an art dealer. So I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So come to the end of July, Mom and I go up to Woodstock, Vermont. Across the street from the gallery where my mother's artwork was being shown was a restaurant, and the head chef at the restaurant was my now husband. And here's the interesting factor. So many. He had just gotten the job as the executive chef there 10 days prior. Had I come up mid-July, I would have missed him. It gets better. To this day, the gallery owner has no idea how he ever heard of my mother's artwork, has no idea how he heard of her whatsoever. He was invited to the wedding. It went on though, because there were so many other unforeseen things that happened. When we actually went into the restaurant, we had driven by at 10 o'clock at night, so the chef was done, and he was sitting at the bar, and we were literally driving slowly by, and we weren't sure whether we wanted to go in for drinks, and they wave us in, it was my husband that waved us in because he saw me driving, and he said something to the bartender. The bartender's, wave her in, wave her in. So we go, my mother and I go in and we sit at the bar, and I'm sitting next to this person and he's not talking to me. And then I go and I look for my phone. I can't find my phone anywhere. So this is about 20 minutes later, and I turn to my mother. I'm like, can I use your phone? I think I left mine at the restaurant. And she didn't have hers with her. So I go out to the car. I scour the car. Nowhere. I mean, I scoured that car. Can't find it anywhere. I come back into the restaurant and I turn to the guy on my right. I was like, can I use your phone? He swears that's a pickup line for us. And anyway, we wound up talking till 4 o'clock in the morning. And it was really just incredible. Oh, and when I went back out to the car, my phone was right there on the seat, right in front of me. Open the car door, boom, right there. You can't make this stuff up. When you are supposed to meet somebody, when you have set that line of attraction between someone, everything else is going to fall into place for you to meet that person. And I'll continue on for a bit. I left to go back to California the next day, and he was calling me every day. When are you coming back? When are you coming back? When are you coming back? And there were things that when I had met this person through the Attracting Your Soulmate program, that when I had met with them and played with them on the soul plane level, that he had said to me, that literally my husband Garrett wound up saying to me. But he was going, when are you coming back? And I had sworn I was never doing a long distance relationship again. But next thing you know, in spite of myself, I'm literally making a reservation to go fly back to Vermont. And I flew back a month later and stayed there for a week. And when I mentioned to him I don't do long distance relationships anymore, he said, my feet are not planted here in concrete. And he moved out to California 3 months later. We got engaged that following summer, and we got married 2 years from the day that we met in July of 2009. And Christy Whitman, my teacher for that program, was the officiant at our wedding. We also went on to do a year-long course in becoming law of attraction coaches with Christy Whitman after that. We became certified light body meditation therapy practitioners, all through Christy Whitman again, I will say. And now here we are 13 years later, and we are doing these programs and offering these programs out now to all of our clients. So since I'm on it, I'll talk about the Attracting Your Soulmate program. Is a 4-week program, very much based on the program that Christy Whitman set up 13 years ago for Attracting Your Soulmate. She, as a matter of fact, attracted her husband that way. I've since done this program many times. My cousin did it a year later, got married a year after my husband and I did, and yes, met her husband when she had done the program. He was actually at our wedding. I have someone else very close to me that I did the program with, and she met her boyfriend, and they are now living together in a home together. And she met him within a month after doing this program. I did it with a group when we were living out in Washington, and had another gentleman there within a month, and they've been together ever since. So my point is, law of attraction works. This stuff works. So I definitely invite you to looking into our Attracting Your Soulmate program if you feel called to do that. But I will say one of the keys was the fact that it was on the heels of our Manifesting Abundance program. With Christy, it was a 4-week program, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about what we do with that. That was a meditation-based program, but here's some of the tools that we were talking about that I want to share with you. So, manifesting, going in hand with a story. So, I want to go now to almost 3 years ago in September. We were leaving Washington State and moving back to New York to live near my family. Halfway through September, We are $60,000 in credit card debt. We needed $10,000 for our movers. We wanted $5,000 so we could travel across country very leisurely and have fun, stopping along the way for 2 weeks. And then we were moving into a very expensive area near New York where we knew we were going to need $15,000 for first month's, last month's, and security. So basically, we needed $30,000. And I still am also an art dealer, and I was talking with one of my teachers, and she reminded me as I was saying to her, she's like, "How are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, pretty good considering we're moving in 2 weeks. We don't have the funds." And I said, "But I know something's going to happen." I said, and I keep writing down, what do I want? What do I want? And I'm really focusing on what do I want. And she reminded me, and it's so often because even as teachers at this point, I'd been doing energy work for 11 years, but even as teachers, we sometimes forget. She reminded me, well, are you writing down what do I want? Why do I want it? And how is it going to make me feel? These are the three keys. Because when you're writing down just what do I want, you can get lost in the lack of it. You can get lost in the how is it going to get here. You can get lost in the fact that it's not here yet. And when you think you're putting out the positive vibration of what you want, you're actually still stuck in lack mentality. So I started transitioning my writings every evening, and I wrote down, what do I want? Why do I want it? How's it going to make me feel? And literally 2 days later, I get a call from my father, and he says to me, "I absolutely hate the idea of you renting a house. I want you to start looking at houses that are for sale, and I'll put the money down and you pay the mortgage." I didn't even remotely think this was a possibility. I did not think at all that he had the financial abundance to do this at this time. As a matter of fact, I thought it was just the opposite, that there was just no way, and I would have never asked. But it was just there, and it was presented to me. Within a week, I had a client call me by accident with 5 pieces of artwork that she purchased from an artist when they were early in their career, and now the artist is booming. And she was just, "Oh, if you can sell these and get, this amount of money, you can have the rest for yourself." Well, this is one of my top selling artists. And let's just say by the end of the month, our credit card debt went from 60,000 down to 30,000. And we had all of the money for the movers to spend 2 weeks traveling across country, and first, last, and security for the house. The story gets even better. So 3 months later, we're getting ready to move into our house, for which we are so grateful. In the beginning, everyone was saying, "No, you can't. It's too expensive. The taxes are too high." And we just knew this is our house. I walked into this house and I had goosebumps from one end to the other end of my body. And so now we're getting ready to move into this house. And I'm thinking, wow, this needs some work. I am now going into a rent situation where it's more than twice what we were paying in Washington. And I'm looking at my husband saying, we've got to attract literally twice the income to do this. And I realized I get triggered, I go into worry. So I recognized my trigger immediately, and I wrote down, what do I want? Why do I want it? How's it going to make me feel? By the end of the month, we had completely eliminated our credit card debt, so another $30,000, no credit card debt. We had put $20,000 into the house, and we had $30,000 in our savings account. I didn't have a savings account. I haven't had a savings account since I was a kid. And so we attracted $80,000 in art sales that month. You can't make this stuff up. So in our Manifesting Abundance Journey program, it is a 30-day program, which we take you through so many tools and so many different modalities and teach you them so you have them in your tool belt. We don't want clients forever. We want to give you the tools and tips and tricks and help you go out and shine the light and manifest and be incredible manifestors and creators. So for our Manifesting Abundance Journey program, as I said, it is a 30-day program. And what it is we include 5 group sessions, and we don't take any more than 12 people. So it's 5 group sessions, and in each of these group sessions, we have a learning section where we're going to be teaching you different tools and tips. I mean, we're talking EFT, Ho'oponopono, meditation, light body energy work. The list goes on. And then we go into an intention setting and also check-in. So we check in with all of you to see where you are, what's going on. And what's so wonderful about doing this in a group setting is we create a family. Everybody gets really invested in what each other is trying to manifest or create. So not only are you putting out that effort, but everybody in the whole group is putting out that effort for you. And then in the group session, we go into a meditation session where we are literally going into the energy, doing all different types of work, working with your subpersonality, working on a cellular level, really working on magnetizing what you want into your body, into your feeling space, helping you get clarity with all of that. And you would think that would be enough. No. We also include three private sessions. And these sessions are about 75 minutes long. And in all of these sessions, my husband Garrett is an incredible oracle card channeler. So we use oracle cards, we use EFT, we use Ho'oponopono. We talk with you directly about what it is you're trying to manifest. We deal with you on a one-on-one basis. And what's beautiful is you get both of us, both my husband and myself. So you get that wonderful balance of the masculine and feminine energy. And let me tell you, sometimes it's my husband Garrett that's carrying the feminine energy and me that's carrying the masculine. But we help you with both energies, beautifully balanced. And it really is incredible. I'm even just in awe of what comes out when we're holding space with each other and with you. And my husband and I are both really wonderful channels. And so we're really able to tap into your higher self to help bring out some of the information, help with inner child work, and healing from that space, and really get you into the feeling space of what you want to manifest. But it doesn't stop there. We also include free admission to one of our cacao ceremonies, either online or in person. And all of these sessions are recorded. So you get the recordings of all of the group sessions, you get the recordings of the private sessions, and you also get MP3 recordings of all of the meditations that are involved in the process. And then on top of that, the cherry on the cake is you get access to Garrett and I anytime during the process. Text us, email us, call us. Oh, and also we create a special private Facebook page for the group that everybody gets to share their progress on. We also have daily, what we call it home play, not homework, but home play. And we have tools for you to use each day to keep the momentum going, to keep you in that feeling space, to help change your habitual thought pattern. So after 30 days, you've literally changed your daily habit. And then to top it off, yes, there's more. As a graduate of the program, you get to join in on all future programs on the group calls, holding space for the new students that are coming in. And it is really wonderful. So the family grows. And so you have even more people holding space and holding the energy for what you want to attract in your life. Whether it's peace or a new job or a new career or a new house or a car or joy, and maybe it's just joy. You want to attract that feeling of joy or a healthy body, whatever it is. These tools and getting into the feeling space of what you want is really going to help. And then to have those tools and then go into attracting your soulmate, like I said, it was a week for the wheels to go into motion for me to meet my husband across the country. He was living in Vermont. I was living in LA. You can't make this stuff up. And then, okay, so in the Attracting Your Soulmate program, that program is a 4-week program, and it includes 4 group sessions. And again, we try to keep the size of the class relatively small, but it's 4 group sessions where not only do we go through a learning process and check-ins, but we go through a very specified meditation series, again, based on the teachings of Christy Whitman for this program. And this series literally brings you through releasing your limiting beliefs around attracting a soulmate. And also, really fun is the amount of times we get to really connect with your soulmate. But not only that, we can help you connect to your higher self to gain your own wisdom so that when you walk away from this program, from both programs, you have the tools, you have that access to your higher self, to the wisdom that is inside you, to your subconscious. It's really wonderful. And as I said, these are programs that I've gone through myself and that I also go through with you. And we generally follow one on the heels of the other. So we'll do the Magnetizing Abundance Journey program, and that'll be followed right up with the Attracting Your Soulmate program. And then we repeat and rinse as necessary. So I really invite you to go check out our website, lawofallowing.com, and you can see all the information on the two programs. Please check our website. We will continually be announcing new starting dates. So I want to thank you all. Oh, nope, there's one more thing. In manifesting, and this is just another little bit of learning, in manifesting, another little bit of a story that I want to share with you. This is the most important thing, is to trust and allow. Trust and allow that everything is working out for your highest good. Everything is always working out for your highest good. And I just want to share something that happened a couple of years ago with my husband and I. We had invested in this stock that at the time was a penny stock, but they were going to be releasing this medical device, and it was just had to go through FDA approval. And when it was sent to the FDA, at one point in time, we had literally $250,000 in this stock. But we wanted to wait till it got through FDA, because at that time we thought, okay, well, when it gets FDA approval, it's going to be going up and we'll have like 5 million. And what happened is it didn't get the FDA approval. The stock plummeted right back down into pennies. And we struggled with that for a while. Like, how did we manifest $250,000 and then lose it? But going back and looking at that, had we taken the stock out and had that $250,000, we would have probably invested it in a home where we were living at the time. And that would have prevented us from being able to come to New York when we did. And let me tell you something, coming back home to New York, coming back home to be on the East Coast, the people that we've met here, the connections that we made, what we've accomplished in just the 3 years that we've been here has been unbelievable. So I am so glad that we did not attract that $250,000 then, because clearly our higher selves knew and had a much bigger and better plan for us. So in dealing with manifesting, part of what we teach is the letting go of the outcome. Because when you are putting out, again, what we talked about from the beginning of this program, the feeling space of what you want to add in or something better. Because when you're vibrating in that feeling space of what you want, everything that resonates with that same feeling, if it's joy, if it's security, if it's abundance, those feeling spaces, you are going to attract everything that is in alignment and vibration with those feelings. And I am so grateful that we did not get that $250,000 at the time, because we would not be where we are now had that happen. So another big key for everybody is to trust and allow, and just to get out of our own way. We are incredible human beings, and we are all awakening to this incredible power that we have within us. So I want to thank you for joining and listening to my sharing with all of you. I hope you will check us out on lawofallowing.com, and you can also read more about our cacao ceremonies that we do online and in person through that, which is cacaoceremonyny.com, or you can just link through lawofallowing.com. And please Contact us with any questions you might have. We really look forward to meeting you and getting to know you better. Have a most beautiful day.